Okay. So let's just settle down, become present. So root your feet into the ground. So make sure that the soles of the feet are nice and flat. And just imagine the earth drawing them down. And sit up nice and long. Kind of energy going through the spine. And just rest your hands somewhere on your legs. Preferably with the palms down. And I invite you now to close your eyes as we go inward and check in, see how the body feels. So first of all, maybe we're noticing our breath, how the body expands on the inhale and then really softens on the exhale. The shoulders melting away from the ears. Drawing a little energy up the back of the neck, into the head and out of the crown. Maybe swallowing 1 or 2 times and relaxing the jaw, soften the jaw as the tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. All the facial muscles are soft. So we notice our sitting bones connected to the chair and our legs just naturally resting with our hands on top of the knees. So we're going to do equal breathing in and out. So we're going to breathe for about 4 or 5 counts. If you want to change the rhythm, then do so, whatever suits you. You don't have to stay with my rhythm. So let's exhale, making the body soft but sitting still long. And we're inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a pause at the top before we exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a pause. Almost continue to breathe rather than clench and hold at the top. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just pause as if you're flicking out a bed sheet. And as the sheet comes down onto the bed, we exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now float that bed sheet out. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep the eyes closed. Just return back to your natural breath. Take a moment, see how you feel. Notice every little micro move, any little tickling or fuzzy sensation in the fingers, in the face. And just take a quick moment and listen behind you. It makes the eyelids sort of soften even more. As we enjoy this peace and relaxation in this space. Okay, let's float the hands out to the side. Take the breath in. Imagine the breath raising the hands up, and then the hands come up above the head. Maybe take the gaze up, look at the thumbs. And as we exhale, lower the hands down towards the sides and take the chin down, chin to chest. A couple more times. So as we inhale, we're raising the gaze with the hands, looking up, take a look at the thumbs. And then exhale, float the hands back down, slowly take the chin, tuck it into the chest. Do that one more time. Inhale, imagine the lungs like an air balloon, lifting up the arms. Take a look up. And then exhaling all the way down, chin to chest. Keeping the chin there. And let's do some semicircle rolls. So taking the chin over to one shoulder, looking up halfway, and then exhaling, rolling over to the next side. Let's do this a few times, just these little semicircle rolls. From side to side, kind of aiming the chin towards the chest as you come down in the middle center. Lovely. And then you come back to the center, still chin down towards the chest. Take a breath in. As we exhale, let's lift that chin up towards the ceiling now. So just warming up the neck a little bit. Noticing the throat, the front of the neck, lengthening. And then bringing the gaze to the front, and then just take your gaze over to one shoulder. And go as far as you can. Just gently, no forcing. And when you've reached your full range, bounce the head back a little bit. So you've got that slight rock, and then go to that full extension again. And you'll notice as the body does this little kind of side rock with the neck, the range will increase because the body likes that. It likes to be softly introduced to moves, and then slowly take the gaze over the other side. So you'll notice your body and your neck will stop, and then rock the head back a little bit, about a quarter of the way towards the front, and then turn the head again. So you're doing these little slides, if you like, with the chin. Just very gentle, subtle moves. Okay, let's turn to the front now. And we're going to come up to standing. So move the chair or find some space. So your feet are just underneath the hips there, about your shoulder width apart. And let's take a breath in, take the hands out to the side and raise them up. So the same kind of feeling, using the breath, but this time we're coming up onto our tiptoes. So raising the heels up, and just go as far as you can with the hands. And then exhale, float down, heels come down. So if you've got any shoulder issues, you can always go into like cactus arms or just go halfway. Let's do that again. So inhale. We raise up onto the toes, the arms lift above the head. And on the exhale, draw the belly in, protecting the back as we float down and the heels come back down. We try and get the hands and heels down at the same time. Let's try that again. And this time we're going to pause at the top. So inhale, coming up onto the toes, fix your focus. Draw the belly in, just pause a little bit here. And then exhale, slowly take the heels back down and the hands back down. Yeah, good. Let's do that again. So a couple more times. Inhaling, lifting up onto the toes. Hands above the head. We're going to pause now. See if you can pick those heels up a little higher. And then exhale, float back down. Lovely. So one more. Inhaling up, taking the breath into the lungs, chest expands, coming up onto the toes, pausing there, and then slowly back down. Now turn to the side and place your right foot forward and just bend that knee a little bit and then straighten it. So the hands can come to the waistline. We're into kind of warrior one stance and we're just warming up the front leg just by taking gentle pulses excuse me, backwards and forwards. Now let the left hand just dangle down by the left leg here. And then on the next bend, we'll take a breath in, and we're going to raise the hand up and bend the front knee so it's synchronized. And on the exhale, we're slowly floating the hand down and straighten the front leg. Yeah, great. So forward. So imagine the hand's got this invisible thread to the knee. And remember on the exhale, you kind of draw the belly in, straighten the front leg, and then float the arm back down. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. Synchronizing the moves, hand up, bent knee, with the breath in. Exhale, straighten leg, float hand back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hand forward. And exhale back. So one more, come forward. We're going to stay in this position here. So the left hand's up. And just to release the right hand down, we're going to transfer the weight into the front leg, lower the left hand down, that back leg comes forward, and the right hand comes up. Let's do it again. So as we step back, we exchange hands. And the left hand up now. I think you've got it, yeah? Let's do that again. So slowly bringing that knee forward, opposite arm up. And then switching. Stepping back into warrior one. Yeah. So really subtle moves. We keep doing that a few more times. Gauging your core if you can. Wobbling is good. And then exchanging. Stepping back. Okay, we step forward. So left knee up, right hand up. And if you want, you can bring the other hand up now. So we're balancing on our right leg. Engaging the core, we're softening the shoulders. And there's an option as well to straighten out that front leg. It's only an option, you don't have to. So you can keep it bent, still working here. Now feed that front foot back into your warrior one. And then the hands float down. And we're just going to step forward into mountain pose. You just need to take a moment to stabilize. So I invite you to close your eyes. Maybe shine your palms forward, softening the shoulders again. Just notice how you feel. So we're sort of quickening up the nervous system here, getting the brain working. And let's place the hands to the waist and let's take that right foot back now. So the feet are still like shoulder width apart. If you can get that back heel down, that's great. And now we're going to bend that left leg. Make sure the knee sort of roughly over the ankle. And then we straighten again. So we're coming into our little pulses, just introducing this move to the body. So it becomes easier and effortless. So if you do these little gentle rocks into a pose, you'll find you're there without too much effort. Okay, so this time it's the right hand that dangles down and the left hand's on the waist. Take a nice slow breath in. We bend the front leg and we raise that right hand up. And then softening the hand down, straighten the front leg, hand comes to the side. Okay, let's keep doing that, maybe 5 times, around about there. So inhaling up, and then softening on the exhale. Maybe noticing the difference from the right side to the left side. Which do you prefer? Inhaling. And just keep the gaze nice and soft. And take your mind inward. Really noticing how hard the brain has to work when we're doing opposing leg and arm stuff. So let's come forward now. So we've got the right hand up in the air. The left hand is bent. Let the left hand just come down. We're stepping forward and we're changing hands and lifting the right knee in front. Whoop, this side a bit more wobbly. And let's do that again. So feed that foot back, changing arms. So breath in, exhale, stepping forward, engaging the core and changing arms. Let's do that a few more times. Get into a nice kind of slow rhythm. Try and combine breath and movement. Try and make it smooth. We always want to rush, myself included, especially when we feed the foot back. So forward, I can do nice and slow, engaging the core. And for some reason, as I switch, I really want to rush that foot back for balance. Okay, a couple more before we come up to the front of the mat again. We do that slight pause and balance. So one more, feed that foot back. I'm rushing again. And then forward. Maybe raise the other hand up to meet the left hand. And an option to straighten out the front leg. Slowly feed that foot back into your warrior one. Just take a moment in this lovely, powerful pose. And as we step forward, going down into our mountain pose and stabilizing. So maybe close your eyes. Checking in, any sensations, fussiness in the fingers maybe, body warming up. Lovely. Okay, so transfer the weight into the right foot. And again, we're going to send that left foot back. Let's bring the hands to the waist for a bit of balance. And pivot on the back foot. And we're going to come into warrior two now. So the front leg, you may need to widen the stance. Front legs bent, back legs nice and strong, pressing down into both feet. And let's raise the arms up now. But just take a look at that front knee and kind of guide it towards the second toe, next to the big toe. Yeah, that's good. And as we take a breath in, we're going to straighten the front leg and raise the hands above the head. Yeah. And then relax back into your warrior two. Exhaling. Take it easy, turn the palms, inhale, straighten the leg, hands float up. Great, and then exhale, warrior two. Let's do that 3 more times. Turn the palms, lifting up, synchronizing moves, nice soft shoulders. Exhale down. Notice the subtle move. So when we turn the palms up, breathing up, slicing through the air. At the top, turn the palms out, exhale, and press that air back down to the ground. Let's do that one more time. So lifting up, straighten the front leg, lovely. And then exhale, back into your warrior two. Take a look at that front knee again, see if it's still kind of in line. Bring the hands to the waist. And let's pivot on that back foot so we're coming into your high lunge. And let's do that again. So inhale the hands up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, soften now. Soften the back leg. Front leg comes a lovely big bend and the hand comes down. Sweeping up again, lifting the air up. Inhale up. And then exhale, soften back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling up, straighten both legs, lift the back heel, reach through the fingertips, but try and keep the shoulders soft. And then exhale, bending both legs, hands float down, coming to the waist, stepping forward into your mountain pose, releasing the hands, but just gently turning the palms forward. See how you feel on your right side compared to the left. Just take a moment, grounding those feet down, rooting them down. Let's place the hands on the waistline again. This time we're stepping the right foot back. So slowly feed that foot back. Pivot down onto the heel and gently come into your warrior two. So you've got the reverse view now. Checking the knees going towards that second toe as much as possible. I don't want you to kind of push the knee out so it hurts the hip, but we don't want that kind of collapsing in towards the midline. So gently soften into your warrior two, pressing down into both feet. And as we raise the hands up, soften the shoulders. Taking a breath in, hands come above the head, straighten that front leg. Turn the palms, exhale, soften down, warrior two. Turn the palms, breathing in. Turn the palms, exhaling and softening. Inhaling, raising. And exhaling, softening. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling down. So we've got one more. Try and soften the body, especially the upper body. So the breath's raising the hands up. And then the exhale, softening into that lovely shape, warrior two. So the hands come to the waist. Pivot that heel in a little bit as we come into our high lunge. So we're facing the front of the mat. You may want to shorten that stance a little bit as we inhale, floating, reaching the hands forward, straighten the front leg and bring that heel up. Exhaling, softening, palms down, bend the front leg, soften that back leg. Couple more, so inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, floating down. Couple more. Inhaling, so really lift that back heel. Notice how the glute contracts. Exhale, we soften. One more. Take a breath in, raising up. And exhale, hands to waist, bending the front leg. And let's step forward into our mountain pose and just notice now the difference. Maybe release the hands down. Maybe close your eyes just for a short moment. And let's shake it out. So a little bit of bouncing, shake the hands. Okay, so let's come down onto all fours now, to a tabletop. So the hands just underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a nice breath in here. And let's just exhale softly, coming into your child pose. So bring the hips to the heels, forehead down to the ground. Lifting back into tabletop, take a nice breath in. And let's exhale, take the hips back slowly down to child pose. Let's do that a few more times and lift up into tabletop. And exhale back into child pose. So really kind of calming the nervous system. Inhaling back up into tabletop. And exhaling back into child pose. So the next time we come into your tabletop, we're going to stretch out opposite hand and leg. So inhale, tabletop, reach out with the right hand, press through the left heel, big space extension, back into your tabletop for a breath in, and then exhale, child pose. Inhale into your tabletop. The other side this time, left hand reaches forward, right heel back, extending through the leg and the arm. Inhaling into tabletop and exhaling into child pose. Let's do that a few more times. So the other side now, breathing right in, reaching, lengthening, right hand forward, left foot back. Back into your child pose and exhale all the way. Inhale forward, extending, left hand, right foot. Exhaling slowly back, child pose. One more either side. Inhaling, really lengthening. Posing on hand, reach through the fingertips. And then soften, exhale into child pose. One more on the other side. Slowly rolling forward, lengthening the body. Exhaling, child pose. Nice. This time we're going to breathe all the way forward. So roll forward, coming into our modified cobra, pelvis towards the mat, bending the elbows slightly, chest forward. Exhale, press back into child pose. Great. So inhale, really enjoy subtle, slow, lovely moves. Hips forward, chest shines forward, maybe the gaze forward too. Exhale, press back into child pose. And let's do that one more time. Rolling forward, bending the elbows slightly. Feeling that lovely lengthening of the front body. Maybe squeeze your glutes a little bit. And then come back into your wide knee child pose. So knees about the width of the mat. Big toes together. Rest the forehead down. Just slide your palms rather along the mat towards your feet. And then turn the palms up. And let's rest here for 5 breaths. If it's too much for your lower back to have the knees separated, then draw them closer together. And just rest here. Try and take the breath into every part of the body. Remembering your fingers and your toes. So slide the hands back under the shoulders. Press into the palms and start to slowly lift the body up. And if you're comfortable to stay in this pose, sitting back on your heels, and come up nice to a comfortable seat or come into a cross leg position. We're just going to scoop the hands up again above the head. Just do a gentle spine twist, so turn to one side. No, not much effort here, no forcing, just a gentle rotation in the spine. Maybe try and glance over the shoulder. As we turn from, the hands go back up above the head, take a breath in, and then we rotate to the other side. So again, remembering we're pivoting from the thoracic and not the lower back. So we turn front, the hands come up above the head. Take a look at the hands, place them together, and then draw them down the middle line. Hands come down to the heart space. Let's just rest here for a moment, pressing the thumb knuckles into the sternum in search for your heartbeat, but softening the shoulders. I invite you to close your eyes. Just take a moment, enjoying the rest. Give gratitude to your body and thank yourself for making the time to practice. Maybe sliding the thumbs up to the third eye. And a gentle bow. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Namaste.